Hi kitty cats! So today we're gonna do a pride look. So it's gonna be fun and not meant to be like something that you would just wear anywhere. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could. I don't care. But I mean, most people probably wouldn't want to just wear this out anywhere. So I've already got my base on. I used my primer was Evo Beauty Pore Perfect Primer. And for my foundation, I used Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, the Dewy Luminex. And for my powder, I used Ciate London Watermelon Burst Setting Powder. And now I'm going to use some Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock. So I just blend that with my fingers. I haven't been able to get my eyebrows done because the pandemic is crazy and I have an autoimmune, so I can't just go out anywhere and get it done. And I already have trouble finding places to go, and where I usually like to go is not someplace I can go now because they're not wearing masks, they're not doing that stuff, and so I can't go there. So I'm going to use two different palettes. I'm going to use this palette. It's the Colorful Eyeshadow palette from Starry. It's pretty just basic palette of different very colorful though, but basic in it is in its. I'll show you in a minute. Then I'm going to use the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag color palette because the other one didn't have red and yellow. Although the red in this isn't what I couldn't find like a real red, and I didn't want to spend all day looking for one, so that's how that's going. But I am going to use also the Sickening that's right here to just go over everything first. Really get in there. But what we're gonna do is we're kind of just gonna have fun with this, like go a little crazy. So put a little more in there. I feel like it didn't quite get as much as the other eye. It's hard because I can't see this eye when I'm working on it. So we're gonna start. It's also the eye that waters the most, so this could get interesting. So we're gonna start with the color Snatched, which is gonna be my red. Like I said, it's not the best red, but I mean, it is what it is, right? And we're gonna go in the inner corner and just play with it like that. Yeah, I'm going to use the same brush as I had just used. But the next one I'm going to use something different. We're just going to play with it. Fun. So, then we're going to find another brush. And we're going to go into an orange because we're doing a rainbow. So, see, it's very it's like almost all the colors of the rainbow. It just didn't have red. And it does sort of have a yellow, but the yellow is almost, it's almost got like a green tint to it to me. So I was going to use the other one instead from the other palette. So then we're going to pop in like that. And just go right down to here with it. Because this is our pride look. Now, my story, my pride story, I guess you could say, is kind of, I'm bisexual. And I always kind of knew I was, but I didn't know what to call it, you know? My family was very religious, and so they were very anti, you know, gay everything. So I kind of grew up in an environment that didn't really allow me to know what those things were. But I knew that I liked girls and boys, but I didn't say it because I didn't really understand it. I thought that maybe I just, you know, wanted to be those girls. But in fact, that wasn't it. So I'm going to use Campy from the Life's a Drag palette with another new brush. And we're going to go just like that. Just like that. Straight down. This yellow's actually really good. It's one thing that I like about this palette. It's got a really good yellow in it. Which I was kind of surprised about. Because I honestly wasn't expecting this palette to be that great when I bought it. I was like, it looks really good, but, you know, wasn't expecting much from it. So yeah, that's kind of how I grew up. And then I met a girl when I was a teenager who, she was kind of awesome, and she had certain kind of weird beliefs about bisexuality. And the fact that she felt that everyone's bisexual. And some of us just lean more to this way or lean more to that way, you know? And I don't know if that's completely true, but I kind of liked the idea of that. What am I doing? That is the wrong color. For some reason I decided to go backwards. So now I gotta find a different brush. So that's kind of my story on that. It is what it is. But we kind of like messed around. And I was just like, this is who. I don't think I like this green very much, to be honest, but there we go. That's better. Just need to build it up a bit. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just going in a line straight down. And so from there, you know, I got into my 20s. And I realized, you know, that I was bisexual, definitely was. And I had some other girl relationships that honestly didn't go that great. I just wasn't that good at picking boys or girls, to be honest. Because my boy relationships during my 20s weren't great either. And I became much more interested in what that meant. And so I started to go out and like try to meet women, but it didn't go very well for me. At the time, there was a lot of push from either side. Like straight people were like, bisexuality isn't real. And a lot of gay people felt that way too. I actually had a lot of lesbians be very mean to me about it. And I don't think that happens as much as it did back then. I don't think it happens as much now because I think it's much more accepting. But at the time it was just like, no, you gotta choose a side. And it just really like blew me away. Because it was like, well, what was this all for? You know, like, don't you want more people to your cause? I don't know. I just really... And then there was this movie that came out by Kevin Smith. And it was called Chasing Amy. And if you've never seen this movie, it's my favorite movie because it was the movie that made me feel understood. Because it had this girl that had been very experimental and had chosen to, you know, she had her fill of boys as a teenager and then realized that she liked girls. And then later on she met a guy. And that's kind of what the story is about, is this guy like dates this girl who says she's a lesbian, but she ends up realizing that she's bisexual. And she says, you know, it's about the person and not the sex that they are. And now there's like a whole bunch of confusion about bisexuality and pansexuality, because what most of the people I knew in my 20s said bisexuality was that. And now they say that's not what bisexuality is. That's what pansexuality is. And bisexuality is you like a girl or a boy and not all genders. But that's very confusing for some of us that grew up like saying that was bisexuality. So I'm just kind of sticking with the word bisexuality because that's the word I always used. So anyways, this is the majority of the look. Then we're going to take this e.l.f. Liquid glitter eyeshadow and the color, what is this color? Senor? I can't read it, but it's like this black glittery color. And we're gonna kind of just use that kind of like an eyeliner. It's really pretty. It's hard for me to see what I'm doing on this side. I like that. And now we're going to put a little blush on. Oops, wrong drawer. How about this kimchi blush? Let's take a look at this. Oh, I think that'd be great. So this is a kimchi Taylor blush. There's pinky and rosé, and I'm going to use pinky. Use this nice big brush here. Oh, I think I got some glitter in my eye, which is bad. It's gonna make it water. So that's a very light blush, but I want to get some highlighter on. Ooh, what do I want to use? I think I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Winter Falls in LA highlighter. I've always liked this one. Oh my goodness, my eyes are really not liking the eyeliner. I was afraid of that. It's been kind of a problem where when I wear eyeliner, it just really makes my eyes water, so I haven't worn any in a while. Especially since my whole incident with the ulcer that was in my eye. Yes, I'm putting it around my mouth a little bit. I don't know why. I'm just doing whatever today. I'm being a little crazy. Good. put these back, if I can get them back in. I really need more places for my eyeshadow palettes. It's not working so great anymore. Okay, there we go. Okay, I really need to have Kleenex in here for when this happens. Yeah, I can see I got a little glitter down there into my eye. Ugh. Well, that's going to smudge the makeup a little bit, but you know what? That might make it look even more interesting. That's what I'm going with. So I'm going to use... I was going to do some mascara, but I think I'm going to skip that because the eyeliner is just really bothering me. And then we're going to use this Refresh Hydrating Setting Spray from Koki. Make sure it's still recording. It is. And I want to use... I'm going to use this color. Wet n Wild Marshmallow Mousse. Actually, I don't want to use those because you know what? I'm going to do a whole video with that. So we're going to go and try and find a fun color. Here we go. This is Wicked Sisters in the color Witch's Moon. Yes. Oh my gosh, am I tearing up? Wow. I'll fix that in a minute. I really should keep Kleenex in here for these moments, but I do think I have something else that might help. Or do I? Yes, I do. I've got some of these little things. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna tap there and there. That should do it. And then I'm gonna put some pretty little crystals on, if I can get one of these open. These are from ColourPop from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. Got some nice little crystal dots here. And you just peel them off. And I'm just going to stick one right here. And then one right here. And one right here. Well, that didn't work where it went to. Okay, that one should go up a little bit more, I think. Okay, now they're just falling off, so we'll just leave these two here. I don't know. I probably should have used a little eyelash glue or something, I guess. But I thought they would be a little more sticky than they are. I'll know that for next last time. So, you know, I should have put them down here or something instead. What do you think? Do you think that would have been better? Let me know. I haven't done crystals like that in a while. I always remember them being like really sticky, so that I didn't need anything else. So, the finishing touch, if I can get it out of here, is my hair. Which is having some issues. Oh, for goodness sakes. There's netting that's stuck on. We're gonna fix that in a second. There we go. You know, I love a good wig. So. Oh, come on, bangs. A little too much bang, right? Okay. We're not done yet. There are other parts to this. Which, once again, the netting is like stuck in things that it shouldn't be stuck in. These are my favorite type of wigs because they give that added little extra boost of curl and hair and just fun. They put, I'm not used to nets on these two, like the ones I've bought in the past. These didn't have nets on them, but it's okay. I get it. They're trying to protect it as best they can, and that's a plus. But these nets get stuck on the clips. So I want to get really on there. There we go. I'm gonna get some glasses on so I can get, which will probably help get the hair out of my face. Oh yeah. Now I look like somebody that's going to prom. I love it. It's so much fun. You all have a great day, okay? And remember to be kind to people. Now, I was going to say was about my bisexuality is now I'm very comfortable in my bisexuality. I'm much more comfortable telling people than I was when I was young. It's been a very different experience than when I was younger. People are much more accepting. And not everybody. Of course, there are still people that are like, you know, but for the majority of people that I meet, I don't get that pushback of bisexuality doesn't exist, which that I used to get all the time. That seems to be a lot less of a problem. So anyways, I love this hair. I wish I could get my hair, like, grow it out and dye like this, but with my psoriatic arthritis, my hair just falls out. So I just keep it shaved now. So, and then I can wear fun wigs like this. So like I said, you all have a great day. And happy Pride. Yay.